Hey guys, this is Peter, and I was testing several boxes for you today, going through the standard fare, trying out different games, and all that stuff's still good. But I found a way to really find out quickly if this is going to be a good KoDI box or not. And well, it has to do with resources, as we've talked about before. But I found a super cool switch where I can just get a quick look and go, yeah, this is going to do nicely. And I went ahead and checked it out with my NVIDIA Shield and found out, wow, that run really will perform well. And I checked it with my Minix boxes and a couple other boxes. And well, let's just jump right into it. Let me show you quickly how you can turn off a build like this so you can do something else with it. And here, we'll get a baseline out of it. I'm going to power out of this, turn it off. So when you quit KoDI, we're going to change it back, and here, what you normally do, I'm going to show you how to do this a couple different ways. Here, I just have a build right here. I'm going to go into my portable data because this is all portable. And if the user data, if you just simply rename that, KoDI will think it's brand new again. All right, so here, I'm going to run it right from here. Ta-da, KoDI thinks it's new again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go here and click on the wheel, go to the event log, settings, and under logging, tick this button. It says enable debug logging. Look at this. I can see, well, I'm on a PC. I have 8 CPUs. I have 16 gigs worth of memory. 10 of it is being used. I'm pulling 60 frames a second. This is going to run KoDI just fine. So, well, that, the number of CPUs doesn't matter as much as the load that you're experiencing. When you're on an Android device, it actually gives you an additional piece. It tells you the KoDI CPU kind of score. The boxes that were giving me trouble were over 100% for their KoDI score. And you're like, wow, that means it has no resources available. And okay, that's why it's crashing sometimes. That's why it's not acting as it should. And I'm going to show you some of those, and I'm also going to show you what it's like on my NVIDIA Shield. And here, I'm going to also show you, I'm just going to close this. Let's close it properly. I'm going to show you how to get it back. So, and then I'll show you how to get it in a couple different spots. Here, what are we going to do with this one? Let's close it down properly. So I'm going to go into its folder, because this is a portable version. I'm going to go to its portable data, and here it is. I'm going to delete this new user data because that just got created. And this one that says user data 1, I'm going to rename that. Just user data. Now that only works if KoDI has been closed. Here I'm going to go up to the top, run my uKoDI again. Ta-da, it's all back the way it used to be. Now, how do you do that for a normal PC version? Well, that's easy. And I can show you how to do it for Android as well. First, let's quit out of this. Power quit. Now on a PC, you go to app data. So let's do that. All right. So just anywhere, as long as you're in the file explorer, just go to percent app data percent. There. They'll put you in here. I'll zoom in so you can find it. We're going to click on KoDI, and there's all of my structure. There's the user data folder. That's the one you rename. So let's go ahead and rename it right now. And now if I run the KoDI that's on my PC, there it is. Ta-da. Well, it has the old screen, but here we go. This is it. And as you're going to see, the event log's going to look exactly the same because I'm on the same machine. Logging and turn it on. There. 60 frames per second. That's not bad. So my GPU is working good. My CPU, I'm in the 10%, 30%, etc. All right. Let me show you what it was like on some of these other machines. All right, well, here's my NVIDIA Shield in my house, and yes, I'm running the uKoDI 1. It's a great build, but let's remove the build out of the way for a minute, and well, so we can get back to the base KoDI, and we're running exactly the same load, that kind of thing. So here, the first thing you have to do is go over to power and turn it off. Let's shut down KoDI and wait for it to shut down, because this is an important step. We want to make sure that we're not running or comparing apples to apples. And since we're going to change files and stuff, we want to make sure that we're not using them. So, all right, so now it's turned off. We're going to go over to ES File Explorer. Great little free program. There, and I'm going to go back because I've always deep into it. Go to the second home, the one without the icon, and then find the Android folder. Then the data folder. This is the same for all of them. And in Android data, we're going to go and find the one that says XBMC KoDI. There it is at the bottom, or almost at the bottom. XBMC KoDI. Now, the one that says, oh darn autofocus, the one that says files, we're going to change that so it says anything else. I'm going to click and hold it, and then go down to the bottom and rename it. There we go. Rename. Now I'm going to call it something else. Files.old will work great. FILES.old. This way we can change it back when we're done. This way, if you have a build going, you're not going to lose it. This is also an excellent way to check out a new build. So I went to next, and then I clicked OK, and now it renamed it. Now that it's called files.old, you won't have the files.env. Don't worry. The files.old, when I run KoDI, it's going to act like it's new again. There. So go up to where it has the gear icon. There. Let's give that a tick. Let's go down to the event log. Let's go down to settings. And under logging, let's go click that top button. There we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 CPUs. It's pulling 60 frames per second. That's outstanding. And the KoDI CPU, kind of what's the KoDI load is, that's 30%. We know that this is an excellent system. And look at this. There's almost no load. It's using less than a third. It's using 970 megabytes or kilobytes. And it has, I guess that would be megabytes. And it has 3 gigs. So it's using less than 1 gig. We're getting good frame rate, etc. All right, now I'm going to show you how to move this back. Went to event log and turned it off. Same thing. Now we want to go to make it normal again. So first thing we've got to do is go exit KoDI. There, oh, my hand's in the way, but I went up to the top and clicked on the button, the power button, and exited. And it exited. Now go to ES File Explorer. We can delete that one that says files now because it just recreated it. So click and hold it, go down to the bottom, and there's a trash can. Throw it away. There. Now go up to where it says files.old, and we're going to rename that by getting rid of the old part. There we go. Click and hold. Oh, I went into it. Click and hold. And go down to rename. Darn autofocus. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's go rename that. We're just going to call it files. F-I-L-E-S. We're going to go over to next. Click, and it will rename it. So now that we have the naming structure back the way that KoDI wants to find it, I see the autofocus is adjusting on my hand. We should be able to run it, and it should be back the way it was. I got to turn that off on my camera. There we go, back the way it was. There. So that was my NVIDIA Shield. Let's run another machine that I like a lot. This one's an older one. This is my Minix box. This isn't my U9H. This is my U1. A good solid box. I think it's running Android 5. Oh, I can just go to this all task killer. There we go. Minix has that great button. There, I killed all the tasks. Now I've already went ahead and set up this KoDI. So let's just go ahead and run it. So I already stripped it down to the bare nubs and flipped the switch, so you can see that it's only, which is odd, it's only registering 1, 2, 3 CPUs. So, and it looks like the percentages are low. The CPU KoDI score, it's in the 20s. And the frame rate, is what the frame rate is. I think it was like at 15 or 16 or so. There, I can see it right now. It's at 12, 11. So this box does perform well with KoDI. So you can see the CPU one is working well. Now, it's under 30. What does it look like on a box that's misbehaving? Now, here's a box. I'm going to change. Here's a box that I've been working with for the last couple days. And it's really been misbehaving. And, you know, I put it through all its paces. It did the racing well. It did the zombie killing well. So it was really hard because I loved the price point on this one. But it wouldn't run KoDI that well. And look, it even gives us an error when we run it. Down at the bottom, well, you can't really see it. It says detects a problem. And let's check the log. But take a look at this. I'm going to let this boot. All right, and I had a nice big build on it, but let's bring it back to where we have to be. Let's go over to exit. I think it's power. One more. Power, up, power, and quit. All right, now it's important that we exit properly. But then we're going to go over to ES File Explorer. All right, so exited. So now we're going to go to, to ES File Explorer. I think it's in my apps. Where is it? I must have missed it. Aha, there it is. Okay, right there. Click. So now we're running ES File Explorer. And, sorry, my screen's cut off a little bit. Maybe I can fix that. There we go. All right, it's still cut off a little bit. But this one, let's go over to, get rid of this ad. All right, go over to where it says local. Highlight, click, give that a click. Click. There we go. The second home. Not that one, this one. Click. There's the Android folder. Can we get over there? Click. The data folder. Click. And the KoDI, XBMC KoDI. This is the last one. There we go. One more. And this is the one we need to rename. So it says files, but let's highlight it. Sometimes getting the cursor to do what you want to do can be challenging. There, I cheated. So I'm clicking rename. I'm going to rename it files dot. As long as I'm cheating, I might as well use this OLD keyboard. There we go. That is the Minix controller. I really like that one. All right, so now it has renamed it. All right, it renamed it files.old. Perfect. So now we can run KoDI once again. Dun, dun, dun. There's still that little weird error message. So this is a board that's actually running a Rock chip. It's got Android 8.1. It also only has 2 gigs worth of memory, which I don't think is enough for 8.1 and KoDI. We went to event log. We went to settings. Down at logging. Logging. Squeeze over. Enable the debug. Look at that. This CPU is taxed out 100. Oops. It crashed. Holy smokes. Run that again. There's the weird error message again. Oh, it lost my setting even. So click on the wheel. Event log. Settings. And log on. Enable debug logging. Look at that, 100%, 88, 94, 100%. That KoDI CPU is running at, it crashed again. So yes, there's not enough resources. These CPU is, well, majorly taxed. So here's another box that was running pretty well. This particular box, I have a lot of static movies and I have a lot of static music. So it's got a big hard drive in it. So I have all my movies on there. And I can slide on over and show you. All these ones are in progress. And all these ones were recently added. Da, da, da. And all these ones are unwatched. So I just have to run one of these. You just click on them, and of course I have music in there too. You just all your different albums. It goes and scrapes the artwork, or is in the process of doing such things. Works pretty cool. All right, but this box has a 912 in it, an S912 processor. I think it has 2 gigs and 16, but even this one does better. So let's go to logging, flip this switch. Look at this. It's doing 60 frames per second. It's got a 50% free memory. It's got 8 different CPUs, and it's running a KoDI score of 50. So 50%. And, well, now it's at 30, but that's not a bad score. Even 50 is okay. 100 is not acceptable. 100 is not going to work. I still have plenty of room, so this box would probably, I'd be able to run a VPN on top of this. So look at the 60 frames per second. Tell me that GPU is just cranking away and doing really good. There you go, guys. There's a new way to look at KoDI boxes, and it's rather quick. You don't even have to put a build on it. You can just tell a baseline how your KoDI's doing and what kind of resources. It's all about resources. How good's your GPU? How much memory you got left? And, you know, not the number of CPUs doesn't matter. As you saw, the NVIDIA Shield kicked butt, and it only has 4. So octa-core, quad-core, doesn't seem to matter. It's not, you know, how many pistons you have. It's, well, how they're all configured, how it's running. Anyway, guys, there you go. That's a great way to test these things, and I've got a lot of different boxes to go through, and this is going to save me a tremendous amount of time. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one. Talk to you soon. All right, so a little frustrated after trying a couple boxes that didn't quite pan out like I wanted them to. I called GearBest and said, hey, this was the last good box I tested. How about this one? Give me a coupon for it to save some money for my viewers. And they said, yeah. So we got a great deal on this. It's $14 off right now. I'm going to give you a coupon code to bring it down to $59. And I like this remote. It's RF, which means it's radio frequency. It doesn't have to be direct line of sight. It's clean. It's well thought out. It has a built-in microphone. It has Android 7.1. It has 3 gigs worth of memory. And this one ran really nice. It has the S912. Really cool. I would run the same test on this, but I've given them all away. I'm going to order myself one, so I guess there's, well, there's only 99 that are going to be at this price now. So anyway, guys, there you go. Go ahead and grab one of these because this is a good box. Hey, if you like YouTubers going the extra mile and going, calling and making, getting coupon codes for you, give this a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you soon.